If you have plantar fasciitis and you're looking for a shoe insert, this video is for you because I'll share 3 things you need to know before buying another shoe insert. Be sure to stick around to the end because I'll also share the insert that I personally wear and recommend as a physical therapist when I treat patients suffering from plantar fasciitis. Hey, if you're new here, welcome to the channel. I'm Tim Fraticelli. I'm a physical therapist, and one of my favorite things to do on this channel is to review products to help you relieve your aches and pains. So if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button and join the PT Progress community. One of the most common questions I hear in the clinic is, what are the best inserts for plantar fasciitis? And it's no wonder it's a common question because you can spend anywhere from $10 on a cheap insert to $600 or more for a custom insert that claims to help with your plantar fasciitis. Now here's what we know from research. Shoe inserts like these can provide immediate and short-term support and pain relief for someone who's suffering from plantar fasciitis. And let me be clear here, I'm not against wearing shoe inserts for the short term or the long term, but I do think the inserts in your shoes and most shoes that we buy are absolutely worthless when it comes to arch support. And that brings us to the first point when we're selecting the best insert, which is to find an insert with a semi-rigid arch support. Your foot is designed to be both rigid and flexible, which allows you to accept constant forces that you place on the foot with each step. If your foot lacks the rigidity as you push off when you're walking, you might experience a collapse along the midfoot, which can lead to poor mechanics and compensation up the entire leg that can result in hip and knee pain and even back problems. Not to mention the excess stress that you're feeling along the plantar fascia, which is the band of fibrous tissues that run along the heel from the arch of the foot, ultimately attaching into your toes. Now this fascial band acts as a support for the foot, and it provides important tension or rigidity with each step. Unfortunately, when increased stress is placed on that plantar fascia, it can become irritated and inflamed, resulting in plantar fasciitis. So using a shoe insert with a semi-rigid arch support will give your foot the support it needs in order to stop stressing the plantar fascia with each step that you take. The second consideration you need to make when finding the right shoe insert when you have plantar fasciitis is to select the right arch height. One of the problems we have with the cheap $10 to $15 inserts is that a lot of them come as a one-size-fits-all, and it takes no consideration into the height of your arch. And while they might feel soft and squishy and have this support and feel comfortable initially, the insert is only masking the real issue here. So when it comes to arch height, how do you determine which insert is right for you? I like to reference this arch height chart, which I'll link to in the description below. And because there isn't really a great method of measuring arch height, having a chart like this can really help you to narrow down whether or not you have a low, a medium, or a high arch. Personally, I have a medium to high arch, and I like to err on the side of the medium arch height when I'm choosing between supportive insoles to add to my footwear, and I recommend the same with my patients who have like a low to medium arch to choose the lower end if you're between arch heights. Okay, the third thing to consider when selecting an insert when you have plantar fasciitis is to find an insert with a deep supportive heel cup. I mentioned it earlier, but it's worth saying again here. You're going to see a lot of gimmicky shoe inserts with gel pads or air pockets and pillow-like cushions that eventually wear down in a few months, but your foot doesn't need a soft pillow. It needs support and structure as the plantar fascia heals. A well-designed insert will include a deep heel cup that is rigid and supportive and keeps your heel positioned exactly where it needs to be in order to act as a shock absorber with each step. When you look at some of the higher quality shoe inserts, you'll find that the molded heel cup and the arch support can be separated from the flexible cloth insert. And since the cloth insert is the part that wears down the fastest, this makes the most sense because you can actually replace it without having to repurchase an entirely new insert or that hard plastic heel cup, which saves you money in the long run. Now when it comes to cost, you can end up spending hundreds of dollars to find the perfect insert, only to spend even more money in 3 months when those cheap inserts wear down. And I'm not recommending that you go have custom $600 inserts made because the research, it just doesn't support the benefits of spending hundreds of dollars for a custom-made insert. Instead, what I recommend to my patients is that they try a semi-custom option where you can choose an insert based on your arch height, the style of shoe that you prefer to wear, and even your activity level. And for me, I personally wear Tread Labs inserts in my shoes using a medium-high arch support because it feels comfortable and supportive. And that's the key. When you add inserts to footwear, you should start to feel the difference almost immediately. You shouldn't have to break in the shoe inserts, but it is a good idea to put them on in your shoes and wear them through the house for a day or so to make sure that you're comfortable before you spend 8 hours with them at work. I've been using Tread Labs for a little over 2 years, and I have a pair of my walking shoes and my work shoes and the shoes that I wear in the clinic since I'm on my feet almost every day. And for me, they're a great replacement for the horrible shoe inserts that come standard from the manufacturer in most shoes. I just remove them and then I add my Tread Labs insoles, which makes it feel like a brand new shoe. My feet are already familiar with the insoles, and then I know that I'm gonna have the right support for any activity that I'm doing. You can check out Tread Labs at ptprogress.com/treadlabs, where you can look through all the different shoe insert options and find an option that won't break the bank, but will give you support that your feet need. Hey, thanks for watching. Leave a comment if you have any questions for me, and be sure to give this video a like if you found it to be helpful. I'll see you in the next video.